Hi, welcome to BagpipeLessons.net. My name is Gary Guth, and this is the first lesson of Bagpipes for Beginners. This is the second edition of my book. This is the office copy, as you can see right here. But if you have this book already, if you don't, you should order this book. It's available in hard copy and electronic download. Okay, so this is lesson number 1. And in lesson number 1, we're going to talk about rhythm. You know, the bagpipe is all about rhythm, in my opinion. You know, it's loud. It's a loud instrument. There's no soft. There's no crescendos or decrescendos like this. It's all loud. Okay, so I tell people, look, if I want to get that bald-headed guy with a Fu Manchu and the sleeves of tattoos that would probably beat me up in a dark alley to cry and sob at his mommy's funeral, it's going to be the way I use the rhythm in Amazing Grace that's going to create the difference. But the first thing that we have to have with rhythm is we have to have a steady beat. So let's if you'll open your book to the first lesson, because I think rhythm is so important that it should be the first lesson in this book. The goal of bagpipe lessons isn't to take them for the rest of your life and be dependent on somebody else. The goal of bagpipe lessons is to become accomplished, become self-sufficient. You know, my goal of teaching this program is to teach you how to develop music so that, you know what, you can go buy the Scots Guards book, for instance. That's this book right here. And, you know, this comes in 3 volumes. There's like 300 tunes in each of these books. But you know what? You should be, after studying and taking bagpipe lessons over a 2 to 5 year period of time, you should be able to pop open any of those 3 volumes and learn and develop any tune without hearing it first. Okay, so that's the goal of bagpipe lessons. So let's talk about rhythm and meter. So if you'll turn to this page right here, let's define a few things. Okay, first of all, if you look at a piece of music, the music is divided into equal parts by the bar lines. The distance between a bar line is a measure. In bagpipe music is written in 2 to 4 parts, and each of those parts has 8 measures in it. At the beginning of every tune is a fraction-looking thing. That's called the meter signature, and the meter signature tells me how many of what kind of note there are in a measure. Okay, so for instance, if I'm in 4/4 time, it looks like a fraction, so I've got 4 quarter notes to the measure. So that's telling me that when I'm marching like this, you know, when we're marching in the pipe band, you know what, we're marching to the quarter note. Okay, if we're playing in duple time, and if we're playing in triple time, we're marching to the dotted quarter note. Okay, and I'll explain that in a second. But a quarter note, if you look on the types of notes and you look down, the quarter note is the black notes with the stems. Okay, and they sound like this. Okay, so when I clap like this, the only thing I'm doing is keeping the beat, just like I'm marching back like this. Okay, so this is the beat. Okay, so a quarter note is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are quarter notes. Okay. Now, if I have 2 quarter notes together, that becomes a half note, and my half notes sound like this: 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. And if I have a note that's 4 beats long, that's called a whole note, and it sounds like this: 1, 1, 1. Those are whole notes. Okay. Now, if I take my quarter notes and I divide them in 2, then I have 8th notes, and they sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and those are my 8th notes. And half of an 8th note is a 16th, and I have 4 of those to the beat. and they sound like this. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Okay? So what you have to do is you have to say 1E and a. Say 1E and a. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Okay, so let's start. We'll start at the top with the whole notes, and we'll do three measures of each type on this page. Okay, here we go. Ready? Here's my beat. Ready, set, go. 1, 1, 1. Those are my whole notes. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Those are my half notes. Here's my quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and my 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. What you need to do is you need to practice doing this. Okay, so turn the page and I'll show you the different rhythm patterns that are played in music. See, there aren't a million rhythm patterns that exist. There's only a handful. And so if you learn these rhythm patterns, you're going to recognize them in the tunes that you play, and you'll be able to decipher how long to hold each note and how the tune is supposed to go and so forth. You know, the bagpipe is a folk instrument. It's taught by imitation. And so for years, you can go on and you'll see some old pipe major, you know, he'll go tootly tootly toot, and he'll say, now you try it. And he'll go tootly tootly toot, now you try it. Okay, well, you don't want to be dependent on somebody like that for the rest of your life. You want to be able to develop that music yourself. Okay, so if you turn to the rhythm pattern sheet, okay, here's, I want to show you there's two kinds of rhythm patterns in music. There's duple patterns, which are divisible by 2, and those would include meter signatures like 4/4, 3/4, and 2/4. 3/4 is a duple pattern because of the way that we count it. Okay, so I got 4/4, 3/4, and 2/4, and the rhythm patterns for those. We just did the first two lines, but you know, if you take a look down at the third line down, I can put combinations of notes together. I can put an eighth and 2/16 as long as it equals a quarter. Okay, I can put a 16th, 2/16 followed by an eighth. I could do that too. I could do a 16th, an eighth, and a 16th, and they still equal a quarter. Okay, so that's the idea. But the other thing is that they bar notes within the beat. Okay, so you're never going to have the and of 2 connecting with 3. That'll never happen in music. Okay, so we did the rhythm syllables all the way down to, well, I'll start it again. I'll just do one measure of each. Okay, so just follow me through. I'm going to do the first 4 lines and just follow what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, go. 1, 1, 4. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1E and 2E and 3 and 4E and 1E, 2E, 3, 4E, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. So those are all the duple patterns. Oh, I forgot to tell you, when you add a dot to a note, you're adding half of its value. So if you look at the top line in the second measure, we added a dot to a half note. Okay, so whenever you add a dot to a note, you're adding half of its value. So half of 2 is 1, so 2 plus 1 is 3. So the dotted half note equals 3 beats. If you look at in the fourth line down, an eighth note equals 2/16. Well, a dotted eighth note equals 3/16. A dotted quarter note equals 3/8 notes, and so forth. So So those are my duple patterns. But I want to show you something about when you speak rhythm. It's about inflection, okay? Because if you go 1 and 2 and 1 E and 2 E like that, and it doesn't have any difference, well, it doesn't matter whether you do it or not then, does it? So what we want to do here is it's about inflection. So I want you to take a look really closely. If you see right here, see I see this slur right here. I'm slurring this line. It's down here. The slur is the sign of legato in music. Legato means smooth. So that's smooth. So when I go 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, I'm not breaking. My phonation doesn't stop. So it's smooth. So you take a pencil and you draw this line right here. So you draw it all the way across like that. Okay, and then when I come to the trying for you to see it and I can see it too. Okay, so if you come to the next one, the second line down, it says 1 EN, 2 EN. See how I got the little slurs there connecting it? 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN, 1 EN, 2 EN. So that's the way I'm saying it. And then if you go to the next measure over here, I'm saying, I'm sorry, right here, this one here is and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1. So when you say that the eighth followed by the 16ths, you're going to start on the anda, because you want to have a break after the number, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1. So you want to be able to say it that way. Okay, then over here I have 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN, and then as I get down to the duplets right here, this is 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 E, and then 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. The is closer to the next syllable. The next syllable is the number for the next beat. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, just like Lawrence Welk. Okay, so those are my duple patterns. I hope you wrote these down. You can always practice with. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do one more time through the duple patterns, and then we'll talk about the triple patterns. Okay, here we go. Ready? Here's my beat. 1, 1, 4. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 E, 2 E, 3, 4 E, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Okay, those are my duple patterns. Okay, the next pattern is the next type of pattern are the triple patterns, the triple rhythms, and those are, they call them compound rhythms too. That would be like 6/8 time and 9/8 time. You know what? A lot of people in the bagpipe world don't play 6/8 marches, and those are those are some of the greatest marches ever written, and they don't play them because they don't understand how to count 6/8 time. Okay, so I have a, I'm going to show you how to count 6/8 time. But if, for instance, in our situation here, we're in 9/8 time, and so if 9/8 means I've got 9 eighth notes to the measure, and what we do, and we're counting them in groups of 3. Okay, so if I have 9 eighth notes, they're all barred together. We could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but because 7 is 2 syllables, we just say 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. So if you notice, the first measure we're starting out with a dotted quarter note. Okay, the dotted quarter note gets the beat in 6/8 or 9/8 time. Okay, so it's counted like this: 1, 2, 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. Okay, and then I have the next measure, which has the quarter followed by the quarter eighth. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which is different than 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's duple. 1, 2, 3 is triple. Okay, and then you're going to see in bagpipe music, you're going to see a triplet that has a dot in the first position, a cut in the second position, and a regular eighth note at the end. For me, that's ta-ti-ta. Ta-ti-ta. It's like saying I love you in Italian. Ta-ti-ta. Ta-ti-ta. Say ta-ti-ta. Okay? That's how you say it. Ta-ti-ta. 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 And then a lot of times we'll get a ti-ta-ta, which is the short note first, the longest note in the middle, and the regular 8 at the end. Ti-ta-ta, ti-ta-ta. It sounds like Italian cussing at you. Ti-ta-ta, ti-ta-ta, ti-ta-ta. Okay, so here's the triple rhythms. 1, 2, 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1, a 2, a 3, ta 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 ta. Those are my triple rhythms. Okay. Now, here's what you should do. You should take this sheet into the book, and you should start with the tunes. If you turn to Scots Wha Hae, which is way back at lesson 9, it's on the right hand side. Scots Wha Hae starts with, I have syllables under the melody notes. See, when we're counting bagpipe music, the melody notes are the notes of the stems down, and the ornamentation that you're going to learn it has the stems up. But underneath the melody notes are a bunch of syllables, and I've done this. I've started writing them for each of the tunes in here. Okay, and what I'd like you to do, the best way to learn how to do rhythm is with a pencil. Okay, so what you're going to do is you can take a pencil. Don't write in pen in your book. Okay, musicians don't write in pen in their music. Okay, if you make a mistake, you don't want to white it out. You want to use a pencil with an eraser. Okay, so what you need to do, here's your assignment. Your assignment is to go through the book. Okay, before you blow the practice chanter, he who blows first loses. Okay, just remember that. You don't want to blow the practice chanter just to blow it. So what we're going to do is, the first thing you should do in my program is you should take your pencil and take a week and do a few of these a day. Okay, I got a lot of tunes in this book. You could go all the way back to the end, but it won't take that long. You know what? You do the first dozen tunes, writing the rhythm in, you're going to have the gist of how to do this. Okay, and let's just preview Scots Wha Hae for a minute. Okay, Scots Wha Hae was chosen because it has the same rhythm pattern throughout. And if you look at Scots Wha Hae, it's in 6/8 time, which means it's a triple rhythm. And if I look at the rhythm pattern in the measure, I've got the quarter followed by the eighth, quarter followed by the eighth. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So if you look through, I've got 1, 2, 1, 2, got the dotted quarter note there. That's 2. That's just beat 2. So what you do is you take your pencil, you go down to line 4, and you finish writing them in. Okay, but here's why this is important. Okay, a bagpiper is a person who can play a list of tunes by memory on the bagpipe. Okay, you're never going to be able to play by memory on the bagpipe if you can't sing the songs. If if somebody complains to me and say, "Oh, Gary, oh, boo-hoo, I can't memorize the music," and the first question that comes out of my mouth is, "Can you sing it?" No. Well, no, but if you can't sing it, you don't know the tune. Okay, the way this goes together. In order to play the bagpipe, it's fingering, rhythm, and expression. Fingering, rhythm, expression. Fingering, rhythm, and expression. Okay? The fingering takes the longest to develop. Okay? Because of the motor skills needed to play the tune. Okay? That's the case. Alright? The rhythm we can develop in a separate process, just like we're doing here. First thing we're doing is we're going to write down those syllables. The next thing we're going to practice doing is you're going to practice going 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's the first part of Scots Way. Hey, okay, now if you use the audio, if you go turn on the Scots Way audio, there's two of them. There's Big, Slow, and Open and Parade Speed. Put the BSO first. That's about halftime and stuff, and you're gonna sing along with it. You go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that would be the BSO, and the parade speed is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. See, I know there's probably lyrics to Scots Way, but you know what? If you don't know the lyrics and you know the rhythm, you know what? Think about this for a second. You got 20 people in a pipe band. And the goal is for all those 20 people to be playing together. So it sounds like one bagpipe, okay? You get it perfectly in tune with everybody else. Everybody's playing exactly the same thing. It's the rhythm that makes the difference. It's the rhythm that everybody is playing against to make it, playing together to make it sound like that one thing. Okay, that's how important this is. I would get dirty. Take that pencil, go through the tunes, write in the rhythm, and all of the answers are in the back of the book. Okay, so if you get stuck, you can look in the back of the book, or you can call me on the phone, or you can email me, whatever you want to do. But I hope you enjoyed this lesson. That's all about rhythm and meter. And the other lessons coming up, you know what, we're going to talk about rhythm for each of those tunes. We're going to talk about fingering problems and so forth. But the very first thing, if I was a brand new bagpipe student, the very first thing I would do is let's get the rhythm hurdle out of the way. That's the one. The rhythm is the main reason why bagpipe students, bagpipers are dependent on other bagpipers for music. Okay. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Feel free to call me if you have any questions. I said that before. Check out my website at bagpipelessons.net. I hope you have a great day and good luck on your bagpipe career. And if you need help personally, I'm available over the internet, anywhere in the world over the internet. And I'm a local Philadelphia suburbanite. Okay? Have a great day. Take care.